So the run you're about to see is from the end of August this year, and I promised myself I was going to upload it before the end of the year. I actually recorded an entire commentary for it and then decided not to upload it because the commentary was so bad and didn't explain the challenge well enough. So to combat that, I've made this this graphic here to try and illustrate the valid team compositions for the challenge. So the idea is you have to play the entire run, and every round your team must read the same forwards and backwards. So you can see the different possibilities here on the left. If you have all the same pets all the time, obviously your team reads the same forward and backwards by default. But then if you start mixing pets, you can see the various possible layouts on the right hand side. And if you end up with 3 different types of pet, there's only one valid layout. And obviously having more than 2 types of pet is probably going to be necessary. So let's get into the actual footage, and you can see how I went about this. All right, this isn't actually the first time I've tried this challenge. I had a video quite a while ago where I came close twice. So I'll link that in the description if you want to see it. Now here you can see the problem on turn 1. I bought Fish and Ant and gambled rolling, but I didn't find any duplicates that I could buy in time, so I have to sell one. And we go into turn 1 with just the single ant. But at least we find another double, which means we'll be able to field at least a 4 squad next turn. Now I do make the obvious blunder of putting the ant at the back, but I guess I was just playing assuming that I was going to lose. However, you know, when you put ant, you never know, you might get the right luck, you know, if all the buffs land on one unit, so I really shouldn't have done that. But here we find another ant, which means you can field a 5 team, and another beaver, because there's one obvious strategy if you were theory crafting this challenge, and that is to fish for penguin on turn 5. So we're just going to stock up the level ups. Because of the nature of the challenge, I was very likely to lose all the early turns anyway, so you might as well try and sort of win the lottery on turn 5. So now we just need one more ant, and we'll be able to do potentially 4 level ups on turn 5, and that'll give you the best chance of finding the penguin that's probably going to be necessary for this challenge to be realistic. I think you could definitely complete it other ways, but in my previous attempts I'd tried other ways and it hadn't worked out. So here I get rooster, which is pretty good, and I get another rooster, which is even better because it means I can get rid of the beaver and we can use the snail, and then we'll just rearrange a bit here to make sure that I'm conforming to the challenge rules. And obviously I can't really decide what the best sequence is. And now we can buy a pet for the middle slot because it can be anything. And we'll just use camel since it has the best stats and half decent ability. And here we go against a very strange team where they're trying to get 2 level 3 tier 1s and then using a snail to buff them. Quite strange, but you know, each to their own. So now could try and find another ant to get another early level up and potentially find the penguin, or even another rooster would be good. And we do get the ant, but it's whale, and I guess you could use whale with ant in this team, but I'd rather just buy the giraffe and take the single +1/+1 for free. And then next turn we can just aggressively look for the penguin. Although if I remember rightly, and it's been a long time since I watched this, I think I may actually find the penguin and roll past it, which is just my natural instinct to avoid penguin at all costs. So we actually get triple mosquito here, which is, I mean, it would have been good to get that earlier, but never mind. And we roll past. Yeah, so here's the penguin with its old stat line, and I roll past it, but then I get a penguin on the next roll, and I realize that I probably shouldn't have rolled past the previous one. So we'll buy the can, which is the old style can. I think that was the old style can. Yeah, Penguin went from 1, 2 to 3, 3. So yeah, it was the old can. And now, because we've got the 2 ants, the Penguin, actually, this is because it's old Penguin. Penguin will buff 3 level 2 pets. So here we're lucky we get the chick VB trade-off. Now here, although I can't level up the rooster until I find another penguin, and then I find a penguin on the next roll. So you can start to see the kinds of luck required to get this this working. So now the rooster moves to the middle, the penguin goes to the second penguin goes to the front, and at this point the team is set. So I will just let the video play out with some music in the background.